Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the TWB, the Wrestling Bubble. And I'm here with Richard, and my name is Anna. And tonight, we're going to talk about some of the WWE release that happened today on May 3rd. We have almost 17 talents released from WWE.
And here's the following talent that was released: Braun Strowman, Dakota Kai, Shayna Baszler, Kaden Carter, Katana Chance, Cora Jade, Gigi Dolan, Wolfgang, Joe Kofi, Mark Kofi, Eddie Thorpe, Riley Osborne, Jakara Jackson, Ora Mensa, Javier Bernal, Danny Palmer, and last but not least, Shotzi Blackheart. Her contract was not released. Now, I I gotta ask, are we really gonna miss any of these people?
No,
I didn't think so.
they really didn't have any creative ideas for them, anyways. Like, I know there was a time they were trying to push more Aura Morrison, whatever his name
Ora
is.
Mensa, yeah.
Yeah. And I really wasn't bought by him to the point I thought it was going to release him then when they were trying to push him. Next time I see he's uninvolved.
Honestly, the only person that I was really surprised, well, there was, let's say, three, okay, and that's because of certain things that they recently were involved in. You have Jakara Jackson, who's been wrestling on the main roster on TNA and NXT.
Right.
Okay. Gigi Dolan, who was just teamed up with Tatum Paxley, and they literally just challenged Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez on NXT for the women's world titles.
Exactly.
They lost, but regardless, I mean, and also they just put the team together.
Literally.
The
Like,
whole
what was it
group
been
with
for like
Shotzi,
4 months or something?
yeah, and honestly, I mean, I'm not a fan of like Shotzi, but their group was, I mean, it was unique. They had a look. They had a really good entrance too. I'm not gonna say they were providing 5-star bangers or anything in the ring, but they were unique. You know, another name, Braun Strowman.
They should have never re-signed him in the first place.
Yeah, it's like, okay, if you're gonna re-sign somebody, you gotta at least have a path for them. Like, you gotta, like, I wouldn't even sign on the dotted line until I know you were gonna use you have at least like a year or 2 years worth of creative for me, like at least an idea of where you want me to be.
Right.
Otherwise, like,
You're
we'll
just
just figure
signing
it
blind
out
at
as
this
we
point.
go.
Right.
Like, yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
With Braun Strowman, I was surprised when they brought him back because I know Vince got rid of him for a reason. He was boring then. He's gonna be boring now. Like, his gimmick was the monster, but it's like, how you the monster, but you come across a little soft, in my opinion. I never was really a Braun Strowman fan, anyways.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I would have rather saw him as a heel, but wasn't he a heel in that stable that Bray Wyatt had
Yeah,
back in the day?
Bray
Right.
Wyatt brought him in. Yep.
Yeah. But I guess that's all we got for that. But okay, another person that I would have really, I mean, I already mentioned Jakara Jackson, but like the thing is, I thought Jakara Jackson had like a really big upside, like where she could be something, for them in the future. Like, just put into work. I mean, she's decent in the ring. She could only get better. She's pretty good on the mic when, the few opportunities she did have to talk.
She had the attitude of the character.
Yeah, I mean, like, look, I don't understand. Like, they push Jade because of how she looks,
And
because she
she's still
sucks in the
green.
ring.
Exactly.
Okay. And I mean, she's okay on the mic somewhat. Usually if it's a video vignette or like a short backstage uh promo, other than that, like, there's nothing happening with Jade.
No.
She looks the part.
But
Now, Jakara Jackson, she looked the part, could talk, could wrestle. I mean, what was the problem with that? But, whatever.
another person I was surprised who they brought back was Dakota Kai. The moment they made her a baby face, I said, yeah, she's
That
getting
didn't make
fired.
no sense. That
No
lets you know that,
sense.
like, okay, they didn't have anything for her. I mean, okay, she comes out, doesn't really get reactions. Yeah, she's got like some fans, but they like her more for how she looks, not so much as like, I mean, she wasn't exactly tearing it up in the ring. There was no real gimmick. I mean, what were they using for as like the mouthpiece of damage control for the
Pretty
most part?
much, yeah. And you see Eo's doing great.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Like I I'm not surprised they released Dakota Kai. I'm not surprised they released a lot of these people.
no.
But a lot of that has to do with lack of creative. I mean, there's some people in here, yes, I'm not surprised they got released, but it's like you really couldn't find anything to do with them though. Like that's a little shocking. There's still people on the roster. Now, I don't want anybody to lose their job or anything like that, right? But there's still people on the roster who come out, they get zero reaction. And they
Yep.
keep getting pushed, Meechin. I mean, how many US title shots did she have, right? Ivy got what? Did Ivy get she got an Intercontinental?
One time.
Okay. Ivy's clearly a better wrestler than Meechin. Ivy can talk on the mic, etc. Okay. She's in Chad Gable's group. Okay. She got one title shot and then disappeared off of TV for another couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Just got a match versus Stephanie Vaquer. Good match. Okay, but she's probably gonna disappear again unless she's backstage with the Creed brothers,
Yeah.
an Alpha or all what is it, American Made?
Yeah.
Okay, unless it's a segment with all of them, she's gonna just not be on the screen. Okay, but that's creative. That's not the wrestlers.
Yeah, it's like we can also talk about Lyra Valkyria. She don't also get reactions like that either.
Oh my gosh! Unless it's the woo,
That's it.
literally it.
And then to the point they made Becky win heel, and she still don't got the fans.
Yeah, you already know with that feud between Lyra and Becky, people are gonna get behind Becky.
Of course.
She's gonna be the heel that they love, and then Lyra's gonna be the nobody that they cheer when she gets beat down. Like remember when Becky was giving her the manhandle slams?
Yeah.
And then they said one more
One
time.
time.
Same
One
thing
more
with
time.
Sami Zayn.
Yep.
Okay. This is the harsh reality.
Heels
the
are
main
being
roster,
cheered about.
Look, the main roster is filled with a bunch of jobbers. Okay? They just released a bunch of jobbers. In a nutshell.
Yeah.
Like this was enhancement talent. I would say Jakara Jackson was one of the few bright stars where it's like, okay, you really could have gave her more of an opportunity. I mean, she was always in that tag team with Lash Legends, but like, could we not see anything with her going solo or nothing? Like,
speaking of solo, I thought it was pushing Eddie Thorpe.
Exactly, that's another one where okay, Eddie Thorpe he was like mixing it up on the main event in NXT.
Yeah.
And honestly, I kind of found him a little bit more interesting than a few people that are on NXT. And of course, at first, I didn't care at all about Eddie Thorpe. But once they let him talk on the mic and show a little attitude and stuff, I was like, okay, like we got something here. It took a while for him or them to figure out like how to present him and whatnot. But like once they did, I thought he was interesting. I would have loved to see him on the mic, on the main roster, mixing it up with different people up there. But yeah, not going to happen.
No, I mean, we can blame some on creativity, and then also maybe they was trying to help enhance their character. And because, everything is based off the audience. Like a lot of people still questioning why, Zelina Vega took the United States title from Chelsea Green.
Oh my gosh. I'm questioning it.
And then her wrestling Piper for like 10 minutes. Say what? 10 minutes, really, Piper?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, creative, look, sometimes what they do, it just don't make no sense. Like, okay, Zelina Vega is like 50 pounds soaking wet, okay? Like, how in the world, like, the disrespect to Piper Niven. I mean, she came on the main roster, Dewdrop, okay? And that was under Vince, okay? Fast forward, we got Triple H. Okay, they're going to do right by Piper Niven. She gets her name back. And then she's with Chelsea Green. Okay, well, all right, I like that. And then she proceeds to not do anything for a long time. Okay, she got her shot at Clash of the Castle against
Mm-hmm.
Bailey.
Yeah, and a lot of people was hoping her to win.
And unless she's doing some kind of like tag match with Chelsea Green, she doesn't do anything.
No,
And now we see her jobbing out to Zelina Vega.
Zelina, 90 pounds
Like,
Vega.
how come Piper couldn't have been the US champ if Chelsea dropped it? Well, I'm gonna send Piper Niven to go retrieve it for me or
Right.
something, and then Chelsea, she's the leader, right? She's she could she don't have to be the champ, but she could be, proud of Piper and stuff like that, and maybe Chelsea starts to eyeball bigger and better things. World title doesn't mean she has to win, but regardless, like if she's in charge, she should be going after something bigger. And plus, she's got a great character, so she'll give like main eventers like a little bit of something to work with other than I don't like you, I want to challenge you. No, when you see Chelsea Green on your screen, like there's gonna be some kind of creativity happening, okay? But like,
Yeah. Like, I like how she's basically acting like she's in her funeral when she lost her title.
right, exactly. Exactly. The things that we've been missing, character work, okay? Because it's not enough for somebody to just be good in the ring. That is so boring.
Like right now, I don't even know what's Zelina Vega's character.
She don't have one. She's Aleister Black's wife. Not to mention, okay, they just rehired Aleister Black, right? And he comes out, the surprise to not, like most of us was in the know. We already knew he was going to show up to SmackDown, okay? He comes out for his debut. No pop. No pop whatsoever. The crowd could care less. I'm like, okay, all right. Like, that's it? He, honestly, his debut in AEW was better than that.
Yeah.
I mean, in AEW, he showed up. They turned off the lights, turned them back on, because Cody Rhodes was giving a promo at the time. Aleister Black pops up in front of him across the ring, hit him with that black mass, spinning heel kick, lights out. I mean, like, what are we doing right now?
I think another reason he didn't get that pop because he already did that.
I don't think that's the case. I just think nobody really knew who he was. I mean, when he was on the main roster last time, he was stuck in a closet,
Right.
waiting on somebody to come and challenge him. Yeah, I'm gonna really remember that guy. Now we remember when he was released before, like Vince had him. He was like kind of creating this little character for him or whatever. Like,
Mhm.
and one of the last people he interacted with was Big E.
Mhm.
And then he was future endeavored, okay, but they just brought him back, just kind of has something to do with the recent releases, but like they bring him back and nobody cares,
No.
okay, just like they brought in Motor City Machine Guns, nobody
They
cared,
cared.
okay,
And they keep putting a title on him over and over and over again.
or at least they get title shots.
Oh my gosh. With DIY.
Yeah, another tag team that nobody cares about. They get zero reaction when they come out, okay.
I also, most of these wrestlers we're talking about is SmackDown. I can't wait till SmackDown goes to 2 hours, which is, I believe, it's supposed to happen in this month or next month.
Look, I can't wait till it go back to 2 hours, but I also can't wait until they figure out like some stories.
Yeah.
Cause it's not enough to just watch wrestling. Like I need some drama. I need some characters. Something to entertain me. Okay? I miss the way wrestling used to be. Like when these people talking trash on the mic nowadays, I don't believe them. They don't sound serious. None of them sound like they finna whoop your ass when they tell you that. Not like Stone Cold used to do back in the day, but memories.
Yeah. Fortunately, it sucks that these superstars did got released, but at the same time, it's like I know some of them didn't get chances. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. Some of them didn't really have a believable character work and no crowd reaction. Honestly, I'm surprised Me Chin wasn't part of this or B Fab.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the no pop gang. Yeah. Like, okay, B Fab wrestled Charlotte recently, right? And clearly she didn't know what she was doing in that ring. Okay. This isn't like, okay, that wasn't that or isn't that what NXT is for? To develop you? How is she on the main roster? How is she still on the main roster? She got released too before, like when Vince was there. Remember,
Yeah,
all of Hit Row got released. She was in Hit Row. They brought her back. She's basically Maxine Dupree without a group.
I think she's gonna be next.
Who?
B Fab.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that Meechin would be
I hope
next
Karrion
as
Cross is
well.
not next.
Who?
Karrion Cross.
Yeah, but honestly, at this look, either they gonna do something with him or let him go, and he'll go do something somewhere else. I would listen. Tony Khan don't have the best creativity,
I
okay,
wouldn't go there.
but he does give people an opportunity to be themselves. And somebody like Karrion Cross, he go over there as Killer Cross. I feel like he would find a way to stand out because they would give him room to be himself and do his thing.
For 3 months.
Hey, but here's the thing, okay? Just like NXT, you get like 6 months or whatever.
Right.
Okay, with TK, I'm giving you 3 months of a push, showcase you or whatever. Like, if you ain't doing numbers, if you ain't getting gigantic pops from the crowd, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, then he ends up putting you on Collision, or you end up on Ring of Honor, or you don't, or you end up on the couch at home watching your
Right.
career go by. Hey, but you're still getting paid, right? But no, like, I feel like either do something with Karrion Cross, or when his contract comes up, I believe in June, right?
Right.
Okay, let him go. I feel like Karrion Cross will be just fine because somebody's going to pick him up and somebody's going to take advantage of this guy. Like, man, he's too good to not be using him. Yeah, in the ring, he's not all that. He's good enough, though. And then it's all about the storytelling. He's a good storyteller. He's a good promo. He's already got a great gimmick. Okay. Not to mention he's got Scarlett, who's also a good promo, a good wrestler. I don't know, man. Like, look, they just like they dropped the ball on some of these people, even though I feel like most of them were jobbers. But like, it's a fail of creativity, and that comes from the top.
Mm-hmm. Even though part of creativity too, the wrestlers also have to pitch a little bullet points too, how they want their character to be. Like, for example, look at Naomi. She went from This Is Glow and she realized that character was becoming stale to now she's like, proceed with caution. Granted, you can tell she's still working on the character work, but that character has brought her a little more heat on her. So now that she's featured on TV a little bit more.
Yeah, you can see week to week. She's kind of putting the pieces together. Like, it started with the the vignettes, the video, packages that they
Right.
put together, and we could see it. We could see it in the video packages. Then you get the new music for WrestleMania, right?
Right.
Okay, and then from there, well, before that, you got the attire change and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then you get the new music. It's all coming together. Then, last night on SmackDown, you get the new entrance, right? And I mean, it's like, okay, well, I see what I smell what you're cooking. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I'm following. Okay, I'm curious to see what else are you gonna do? Like, how else is this character gonna develop? I like it. I like how she's not afraid to crash out.
Mm-hmm.
I need her to be just a little bit more ruthless, though. Like, I
Yeah.
need her to be a savage.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I need. Proceed with caution.
That's why
that
I
means
said
bad
she's
things gonna
slowly trying
happen
to
if
get
you
it
cross
back
this
together.
line.
Right.
Yeah,
Like, they need to start making her win more.
definitely.
You can't have her do this whole new character wardrobe, and then have Jay still dominating.
Exactly. Can she get the Liv Morgan treatment already?
Like, for real.
Personality change. It's working. Can we push her? Or is she just gonna be like character change, enhancement talent. Okay, like she's already more interesting than Jade. So can we
All
push her?
Jaders do punch, pose, kick, pose,
Yeah.
pose. More
Like
moves.
like I'm not saying that Naomi has to win every match or anything like that, right? But she does have to win, and when she wins, she can cheat to win, whatever. Like be a heel, right? Okay? And she needs to beat Jade too. Okay? Jade is not invincible. Don't everybody have to be Goldberg to get over, okay? We just need stories to be told. And part of that, wins and losses, by any means necessary when you're a heel, okay? Because the audience can't always get what they want. They can't always see their favorite superstar win a match, right? That's what heels are for. But like you said, Naomi turn her character around. She's got this new caution character. I'm loving it. And that's what more WWE superstars need to do. They need to find their character, whether they need to pitch it first to see if they even give it an opportunity, but like something needs to happen. Okay, there's too many wrestlers in WWE with no character at all.
Right. Like another person to me, while you're speaking about heels and stale, is Bianca Belair. She needs to turn it up around too, because I don't know. Well, to me, I feel like even for the past, even after WrestleMania, I feel like the crowd was still booing her.
Yeah. They still booing her.
They still booing her. That's what I thought. Cause I'm like, yeah, like we all like the EST, but it's like, okay, you're the EST, but you're not. Why you coming out smiling all the time, skipping down the ring? I need some sass.
Yeah, I mean, you started seeing a little bit of that recently.
Yeah, on the
Where
build up for
she's like kind
WrestleMania.
of interacting with the audience, like she's acknowledging that they're booing her and that they're talking trash or whatever. So, I mean, look, pull the trigger already. Well, yeah, you finally pulled the trigger on the Street Profits, right? So pull the trigger on Bianca Belair too. Look, if you're head of creative and you've got say over the path of these WWE superstars, then if it makes sense to turn Bianca heel, then do it. She can always turn back babyface, okay? But let's explore the heel version of Bianca. Well, she been on the main roster for about 6 years now.
Pretty much.
Okay, can we get the heel version already? Why do you think she's stale?
It's like Lyra Valkyria. I feel like she should have been the one to turn heel, not Becky.
Yeah, that would have been way more interesting. I mean, okay, so we get heel Becky. She gets cheered. She cuts the promo. Yeah, Lyra said a little something. She finally showed us a little something. But ultimately, who's going to look good coming out of this?
Becky.
All right. The crowd's already decided they like Becky, okay? Yeah. And what's crazy is before Becky left, Becky really wasn't getting pops.
No.
She was doing them promos in the ring, crickets, okay? Nobody was reacting to anything she was saying. She left, came back. She's looking better in this feud than Lyra, okay? The crowd actually is responding to Becky again. So this is definitely going to work out better for Becky, and Lyra's going to end up being pushed to the side. You can already see it coming.
If she don't get nothing like change up, shake something up a little bit. You don't always have to be a babyface just because you feel like that's right. What's her character like? The feathers are like every war she been in. Use that character. Show us why you call like the warrior or whatever.
Yeah, otherwise you're just gonna literally be Bird Lady. Okay, and that ain't saying much.
Exactly.
Woo!
But like I said before, almost 17 superstars release. Majority of them, let's be honest, we don't really care for them. They, like you said, they're pretty much jobbers. Like we had Roxanne Perez left Cora Jade in the ring by herself.
Yeah.
A week later release.
Yeah, that was crazy because like they were just pairing them up again.
Right.
And then bye.
See you later. By the way, you're gonna take the pin also.
Oh, and by the way, Roxanne, now you're cool with Julia. You guys will be doing your thing on the main roster. All right, bye.
Right.
what? Like, wait a minute. Roxanne and Julia have never been cool with each other. All
I
of a
guess
sudden,
after Stephanie Valkyrie won the match, she was doing a photo shoot and Roxanne attacked her, and then Julia came out of nowhere and attacked her too. That's how they became buddies. But you know what? That was kind of funny how they just randomly did that with her when the match. She did a photo shoot. That's when we should have known Cora Jade was going to be released.
yeah, there was like little hints,
Right.
like when Metaphor finally, it's crazy because it's like, were they waiting on what's his name, Noam Dar? It's like they waited
Right.
on him to return, and then they gathered all 4 members of Metaphor in a backstage segment. They let Lash Legend talk because she pretty much did all the talking in that segment. Noam Dar said, like, he responded a couple times, but ultimately it was like the person that's really gonna get the push, Lash Legend.
Yeah.
They let her do the talking.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, it's like Noam Dar came back, but like he's another guy like that's the size of Carmelo Hayes, and on NXT he hasn't really shown too much personality or nothing like that. Like he's great in the ring and all, but like once again, he was small before he got injured and left. When he came back, he looks like a little kid. Yo, I'll be surprised if they ever find anything for him to do on the main roster. How long has he been in NXT?
Probably 4 or 5 years, maybe. I don't
Jeez,
know.
like he's
For a
another one
while.
that's he's been there since 2.0.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think he's also from NXT UK.
I
Mhm.
know he's young and he started like when he was like 16 or 17 years old. So of course he's solid in the ring and all, but like, man, we know when some of these people are on NXT, they're in storylines and they do some character development, all that kind of stuff, right? Because that's Shawn Michaels down there. They go on the main roster, for whatever reason they calling them up, and then they clearly have nothing for them. And then you get WWE releases X, Y, and Z.
Mhm. Like right now, there's a rumor going out that Luca might be getting released from the Angelo family.
Yeah,
I
like that
hope
little
not.
segment with Stacks,
Yeah.
him meeting Stacks by the river or over a
Yeah.
bridge or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. So I guess Stacks knocked him off. So just
We'll
like they
see.
did 2
'Cause remember
dimes.
before that he was like, "Oh, just keep your phone near you. I'll explain everything later."
Right.
So it's like, I don't know. Did you like really like hang him over to see if he has to pick or choose, or are they really about to get rid of him?
We supposed to use our imagination. We ain't seen him on TV or nothing. They barely mention him again. He's gone. Like
Right.
he's gonna end up being gone.
Speaking of gone, the Wolf Gang should have been gone.
Yeah, I don't even know how they survived Gallus. Okay, like I don't see how they lasted this long because like nobody cared about them.
No.
Nobody. They were so boring.
And then Danny Palmer, who?
Yeah, don't even have to comment on her.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't really be out there crying and then have these people release. Y'all don't even know who they are.
I mean, look, I gotta ask y'all: were y'all surprised at most of the names in this release? Like, were y'all really surprised? Like when you heard these names, were you like, oh my God? Like besides a couple of the people that we mentioned, maybe you have a couple that you were like, hey man, I don't see how they got rid of Dakota Kai. I mean, look, they barely used her. They didn't use Shayna Baszler.
No.
Okay, and Shayna could have been something serious on the main roster, but when you have a lack of creativity, I mean, what can you do? I felt like that group with Zoe Stark and what was the other lady that they just released not too long
Sonya
ago?
Deville.
Sonya Deville. Okay. That was a good group, but
Nah, I
listen,
don't know about
here's the
that.
problem. As soon as they created the group, they started getting beat by Damage Control, and
Yeah.
it never looked good. Like you got these little tiny women beating up these big,
Well,
butch looking
I
women
think
that
it's
that
just the name was
clearly,
stupid.
well, the name, the fact that they were jobbing out the Damage Control
Right.
every week, like okay, oh, I look, man, it's a lot of decisions that they make that I don't agree with, and I feel like they be pushing the wrong people.
Yeah.
Okay, and I don't know if it's just because like they're favorites of the booker or anything like that, but it's like, man, there's some people it's like it's a layup. Look, just give them a little push and they'll do the rest. But nope, they like how long did everybody talk about like, yo, bro, when are they gonna do something with the Street Profits? And they finally did it. Then they gave you that banger of a TLC match that should have been on WrestleMania. It's like, man, these people aren't getting any younger. Okay? And here's the thing. They took a chance. They put the belts on them again. The titles, excuse me. But they put the titles back on the Street Profits, right? Then they go out and kill it in this TLC match to make WWE Triple H all like to go, okay, you know what? Maybe we should have been doing something with these guys. You think? And there's other people on the roster, carrying Cross, that you should have been doing stuff with this whole time, okay? Not 1 minute segments in the back. The guy is clearly talented, just like a lot of other people on the roster. Carmelo Hayes.
Right.
Okay? Like, I kind of like what they're doing with him and The Miz, just
because
because it's
a
like,
long time.
yeah, it's like, okay, this isn't something that should take forever. Okay? Like, this needs to set up whatever's going to happen, and then it needs to happen. This don't need to be no 2-3 month dragged out thing. Like,
what
we
I
need to see
happen
something.
is Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams reunite and attack The Miz. Like, make it seem like Carmelo Hayes used The Miz.
Look, I need Carmelo to basically say, look, I ain't no follower. I run this.
Right.
Because I'm him. And then that's when snap the thing, whatever he got to do, boom, Trick show up. It's Trick Mello gang again.
Yeah, because you already see in NXT Trick's turning pretty much as a heel at this point.
And after that, you just tell Miz to put the fries in the bag.
Not the fries. But, I mean, that concludes for me about these WWE releases and the talents that's still surviving.
Yeah, I mean, I ain't finna sit here and, fake outrage over any of this. It's been a long time coming.
Literally.
And I don't think they're finished. Like, we're gonna see, we'll probably see a couple more releases.
Probably at the Backlash.
Cause look, yeah, exactly. Like there's a couple that I got my eye on. I'm like, yo, I don't know how y'all survived this round, but listen, good luck. Cause I just got a feeling that it's gonna be a round 2 and it's gonna come faster or sooner than you think.
Lyra Valkyria. So
nah, he'll keep Lyra around for a little bit. I think,
like I said, if they don't recreate her, yeah.
Yo, what about Candice LeRae? Where's she been?
Who?
You notice she ain't coming out with Nia Jax no more.
Gone. I think she's next.
Cause I mean, if she wasn't right there with Nia Jax, she would have been doing what she was doing before. Nothing.
Exactly.
So, I mean, is like we got some plans for her or something? Probably not.
Ooh.
So, yeah. I mean, you could pretty much see what's happening with that.
I mean, yeah. So, I mean, there while we're talking about we're not going to get too deep into it, but some former WWE superstars saying out some encouraging words, which is true. I mean, this is not the end of your career. Sometimes it's like if it doesn't cut out for you here, it might cut out for you somewhere else. So it's like just keep your head up, keep pushing strong, and just continue following your dream.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the end of the road. There's the good thing is there's options in the wrestling industry right now. Like, I mean, you got other promotions that are doing their thing. You got AEW, TNA, you got NWA, you got New Japan, you got AAA, you got all these different places, right? So that's a positive. They do have options. And then you got the indies, of course, okay, which is probably where Braun Strowman's going to end up being because, like, he's probably going to make a killing on the indies.
Yeah, I can see that.
You see anybody end up going to AEW or TNA?
I could see possibly Jakar Jackson going to TNA. Maybe Dakota Kai. The Wolf Gang. Yeah, in a way I could see it. Or I also won't be surprised if Wolfgang goes to AEW
Yeah.
to end up on Ring of Honor.
Man, look, they don't need to sign none of them. Like none of the people from Gallus. Uh,
I also could see Eddie Thorpe going to TNA.
I could see Eddie Thorpe. Yeah, or he'll probably just go back to New Japan.
Oh, true.
So he's either TNA, New Japan, or AEW. Because I could see him in AEW, just because he's already been to New Japan. So
Yeah.
he's the type of person that they would love to have.
Mhm.
And then he can talk on the mic. So he's got people there that he could go back and forth with. It's just a shame. Like they just was really starting to figure stuff out with him, and then boom, cut. But I would honestly, I would like to see Jakar Jackson somewhere
Not in
because
AEW though.
yeah, I mean,
Not the way how Tony
she could
TK,
be on
okay.
Ring of Honor, eventually come up or whatever. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I just want these people to at least have jobs again, you know. So, like I said, there's options. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for this video. Like, subscribe, comment. Let us know your thoughts, your opinions on these WWE releases. Were you outraged? Like, were you surprised? What are your thoughts? Let us know down below in the comment section. Okay? And thank you to all the people that have subscribed to our channel. We really appreciate it. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe, to hit the like button, to comment. You know, we want audience engagement. Okay, we want to know who's following us. Like, we want to know your opinions, what type of people y'all are. Yo, let's chop it up. You got anything to say?
No, that is it. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and once again, this is TWB, the Wrestling Bubble.
And we out.